given up, you have given me hope. And when I'm afraid, you have given me peace.
Amen.
I want you to walk with the peace of the Lord. It's your girl, Tamara Fair, on the air, and I'm proudly posted in the studio with all of your main men. What's up, y'all? Brunch Bunch in the building. Of course, you know Marcel's vacation is winding down.
Count
Just
the days.
exactly. It's like the backwards clock on the timer at New Year's. It's about to go down. And then who's up? We are up, y'all. But in the meantime, we're going to stay up. We got a great show for you today. Now, of course, you know, all of you who are loyal listeners, which all of you are, today is Community Chatter, and we always have the best guests. But you know what I want to tell you today? We constantly talk about leveling you up financially, but what I really want you to pay attention to moving forward is not just that. I want you to level up spiritually. Whatever you have to do to get closer to God, don't let any distractions get in your way. If the TV is a distraction, turn it off. If your man is a distraction, give him some space. If your woman is a distraction, give her some space. I'm not saying get rid of them. I'm saying carve out some space for the Lord.
Amen.
We did it today, and we're going to keep on doing it all show long. Y'all, don't go nowhere. We got way more to share right here on Inspiration 1390.
Guys, it's Tamara.
Y'all said amen.
It's not just a place.
What'd you say?
It's a lifetime of memories.
He looked up like, yeah, that's what I've been looking for, some space. Hey, listen, guys, what's up, Instagram?
Is that what's printed?
Happy Tuesday. It's Tell Me Something Good Tuesday.
You said something too?
No. I was seeing if she got
What's hey, Inglewood Tanya. DJ B-Lo, what's going on? First, always, DJ B-Lo. And I got to give it to you, DJ B-Lo. You have been consistent all 8 years right here on the Brunch Bunch. I totally appreciate you. Thank you. You know what, too, Tanya? You have to. Hey, Feli Pellin. What's up, Feli? Can I just say Feli? Okay, it's okay. All right, exclusive today, you guys. Exclusive today. If you had to have another government shutdown for COVID, what would you do? If you had to have another government shutdown for COVID, what would you do? I'm looking at you.
What would I do?
Mm-hmm.
Do I get another stimulus check?
See? You know what I asked when COVID first hit and we had the government shutdown, right? I said out loud, in fact, I said it on the radio because, you know, we were like the first to actually report COVID was coming before 3 months before actually the government, the U.S. government talked about it. If the Democrats were in office, would those stimulus checks and would that PPP loan have been available as readily and as easily as it was? So that's the question. If the government, hey Linda, if we had, I won't say you, because if it's going down with us, right? So if we had to shut down the government again for COVID, what would you do? I know people are like over COVID, right? But COVID ain't over. So right now in the daycare centers, we get the news first. So we right now have 4 positive cases. For summer long, we have had 25 positive cases on an aggregate, and it is not going anywhere. So I want you guys to be prepared as always and put that in your psyche. If you had to shut down, what would you do? 1.5. So a lot of people actually started their businesses during COVID. A lot of people shut their businesses down during COVID, and a lot of people opened up business. Oh, I said started their business through COVID. And now COVID has had its long-lasting effects. Now, there's something called long COVID. And for those of you who have had, or those of us who have had COVID, you know, long COVID makes you like foggy sometimes. And for me, I have had long COVID. I can actually feel the earth spinning 1,000 miles per hour on its axis. So, but there's another social aspect to long COVID, and it has created a different workforce. And that workforce is more virtual than it is in person. And it is really causing a workforce shortage that doesn't seem to be widening anytime soon.
25.
So it's been a long COVID effect. I can tell you that.
I don't think we can do another shutdown.
You don't think so?
I hope not.
How about you said you don't think we could do another shutdown?
No, I don't think we could just because of how many like
10
overdoses, addiction problems just started during that.
domestic problems.
Domestic, like so many problems. I don't
So
think
many
people,
domestic problems?
Yeah,
Yes.
people.
Oh, because people didn't know their spouses until they had to stay home with them. They was like clocking them.
Amen.
So health experts warn against COVID's complacency in schools amidst the current surge. That's right, guys. COVID is back and on the rise. Okay, you coughing? Okay, we out. You got it? We up. So health experts are urging school staff and families to take active steps to mitigate the spread of COVID-19 amidst rising infections as school districts stick to their previous plans to combat the virus, similarly to how they would the flu or strep throat. Well, you know, if you're talking about flu, you stay home until you're non-symptomatic, or if you have strep throat, the same thing. So that's how they're starting to treat COVID. Well, COVID is a little bit a different virus than both of the aforementioned and should be treated a little bit different, some experts say. Well, weekly deaths from COVID-19 have steadily risen in the United States since mid-June 2024. I'm going to say it again in case you can't hear me. I'm going to say it slow so I ain't got to say it no more. 2024, according to the CDC and prevention. And so a waste and viral activity for the disease, which is monitored as a means of detecting where the potential outbreak may occur, has gradually climbed since May, with the national level now very high, according to the CDC.
Oh, wow.
Well, the rising rates have had little effect on the start of the school year. However, schools have largely chosen to treat COVID-19 like RSV or the common flu. Now, in our childcare facilities, RSV has hospitalized infants. So it's not something that you should be taking lightly. It's very serious, and particularly in your most vulnerable ages, which is your infants and your seniors. So at the recommendation of the CDC, you might want to think about your protocols a little differently. COVID forever changed the landscape of education, and as it stands now in both districts, Meridian CUSD 223 and Oregon CUSD 220, they have the pleasure of leading with that. We are moving forward full steam ahead with treating COVID in the same form and fashion that we would treat influenza or strep throat.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
I mean,
that's a little bit minimal in comparison to how maximum COVID really is.
Absolutely.
Well, the impact COVID has had on schools and society cannot be underestimated. But currently, it is not impacting how we operate or serve kids, he added. Well, the school districts are still feeling a tremendous impact from the coronavirus and the widespread closures it drove earlier in the pandemic, such as students struggling to catch back up academically. It is reported that high school students are 1 year behind because of the COVID shutdown.
Wow.
And even more so behind, 18 months behind in smaller grades and lower grades.
Are they saying that from like the online schooling instead?
Online schooling was a disaster.
I don't
by
know,
all measures.
because I went to Indiana University for 3 years. I was in the classrooms. Well, I was kind of in the classrooms. It's probably not as
quasi classrooms.
Probably not as much as I should have. But I went to DePaul during COVID, and I had I was on academic probation at Indiana. I came to DePaul first time, and we was all online. I was on the honor roll first thing.
Yeah, you know why?
It helps.
Do you want to know why?
Why?
It wasn't really because of your academic excellence. It was because
it was easier.
I'm kidding.
It was easier.
Yes, that's my point. So
no, but I think it's structured. It wasn't. It was structured. Well,
you might have been one. What I'm talking about in the small grades. I'm talking about it was the attention span in the early learners that really you couldn't keep online, because it's very hard to keep even in a in-person setting, but to keep them online and then to have their parents who are working virtually and they're dividing their attention between their work obligations and their student obligations, or their child obligations, it was very difficult. Now, it may have been college, might have been great.
Because I think it mirrored more real life and what actual outside of college looks like.
Well, Los Angeles Unified School District, for instance, previously had policies requiring students and faculty to stay out of school longer if they contracted COVID-19 and to wear a mask for a certain period of time. Well, you know, the mask mandate is pretty optional now. And so the spread of it, we can expect to see numbers very high and rising, but we are encouraging you to make sure that you put protocols in place in your workplace, in your home place, because as we are now going back into society, like Beyonce said, we outside. Well, we outside, but we got to still stay safe outside. So there are more free COVID-19 tests that can be ordered through the mail, the government says. So in the heels of the summer wave of these COVID-19 cases, Americans will still be able to get free virus test kits mailed to their homes starting in late September.
Nice.
So the U.S. households will be able to order up to 4 COVID-19 nasal swab tests. We're going back to the nose. When the federal government reopens, according to the website, covidtest.gov. I'm going to say it again, covidtest.gov. COVID is in all caps. Test is lowercase.gov. We will have that on our social media handle so that you can get the right contact information. So the U.S. Health and Human Services Agency that oversees the testing has not announced the exact date to begin ordering, but put that in your to-do list because it might be something that you must do.
I mean, also, but look how far we've come, though. Like, people were going crazy trying to get these tests, and people couldn't get these tests at the beginning of when this started. Now we have, places to get it now.
And you can still get over-the-counter tests. They're not necessarily free. They're about $11 as of last year. They may put some money into that situation so that they are free. But if you need free, you know where to get free. So the announcement also comes as the government is once again urging people to get an updated COVID-19 booster. And I wonder if the tie-in has anything to do with my conspiracy theory. Well,
what's that?
I'm not going to say it. I'm going to leave that for the online exclusive.
Yeah, tune in to Brunch Bunch 1390 on Instagram.
Exactly, as of right now. Okay, so amidst all of that we just talked about, I guess this might not come as any surprise, but the Democratic convention was a super spreader.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
So they include members of Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign staff who are now contending with sicknesses from COVID, according to 2 sources close to the campaign with knowledge of their cases. There is at least some concern the developments could have affected staffing at the events this past week. So one of the sources said that so far the AIDS symptoms they've heard about have been mild. And the third person close to the campaign said that there was no concern about staffing the events. Well, there's concern about treating the ones that have COVID. So if you put 20,000 people in an 18-person building, is bound to happen, says Jamie Sexton, a Chicago political consultant who attended the convention and was involved in multiple related events. Well, we said when we were at the McCormick Place, which was a lot more loose, the air was a lot more open.
Yep.
Didn't have that dense population.
They weren't busting out capacity.
Nope, they were not busting out capacity, that it was probable that it could have been a COVID friendly environment at the United Center. All in all, the takeaway from this is COVID is here. What are you going to do? Like Michelle Obama said, do something.
It ain't going nowhere.
It ain't going nowhere. But we are. But we'll be right back, y'all. It's Inspiration 1390. I did say that. You are absolutely right. We said that when we were at the booth. Remember, it's going to be a super spreader. But you know what? We are super healers because we got a super powerful God that we serve. So stay prayed up, stay masked up, and stay where you need to be. But let's say that we had another government shutdown. What would you do?
Can't do it.
Can't do it? What you gonna do? You just gonna go outside?
I guess you gotta do what you gotta do.
But I don't think
I'm going outside.
I don't think we will have one. You know why? Because of the way that larger organizations like all of these school districts are treating the symptoms and treating the treatment.
Yeah.
Right. If you're treating it like a flu, more people have died from the flu than we actually know.
Absolutely.
You're treating it like strep throat. More people have been impacted with strep throat. But the thing about strep throat now, because I've had strep throat.
Oh, it's the worst.
No, I didn't have any symptoms in my throat.
Oh, what?
The only reason that I knew is because I had this little sensation in my head, and I was like, of course, I have an aneurysm, so I wanted to go see. They were like, no, it has nothing to do with the aneurysm. You actually have strep throat. So it is the symptoms are masked, and they are not necessarily in your throat. But if you think it, go get it checked out, because one simple shot of penicillin, if you're not allergic to it, will actually take it away, take those symptoms away. And strep throat is very contagious.
Oh yeah.
It's very, very contagious. So you definitely want to be on top of that. But what would you do? Okay, no shutdown because it's going to mess up the economy. So do you put people before profits?
She should.
You should put people before profits.
You should.
Yes.
Yeah,
but
I think you should.
In the America that we live in,
Yeah, I don't know
Tanya,
if that's.
you got something?
I think that's a perfect world.
Hello, beautiful. How are you? Both of you. I'm loving the orange. You always
No,
light
I'm
up
going
the
outside.
room.
I'm staying outside if they shut it down.
Mandatory vaccine cards.
Nope. I got a fake one last time. When they was doing.
How you feeling,
I'm
beautiful?
feeling all right.
Easy.
All right.
Yeah, bro.
All right.
It was easy as going
Angela,
online.
I
putting
remember
people's
you.
name in and sending it to
We're
them.
doing good. When I saw your name, I was like, I know Angela. Yeah, just a little bit. I haven't seen you in
I
8
had
years.
a real one, and so I'm like, I got a real one. I'm like,
A
fill it out.
very
This is the real one right here. Copy the same numbers and
Very
everything.
nice. 2 powerhouses together.
That's
Is my
decent.
now coming? No, she's sorry. Okay, you guys.
COVID was wild.
COVID.
I was
thank
wild
you.
back then. I
Thank
ain't
you
gonna lie.
so much.
I was doing everything.
Do we have a seat for you,
COVID was
Angela?
nice.
Yes.
Yeah, over there.
I was doing everything, bro.
Rashonda,
Yes.
welcome
Scammers
back,
had a
sis.
day.
Thank you, sis.
You are
Scammers
so
was having
very
a day.
welcome.
Oof. Scammers love COVID. They want another lockdown. Some PPP loans.
You want to see PPP loans?
No, I'm just saying scammers want another shutdown for sure. They had a field day with the shutdown.
Oh yeah,
Man.
for sure.
They loved it. Sitting in the crib just making money.
Just making money. I mean, like literally making money off of the money that you made.
Exactly.
Taking the money that you made and making it their money. That's another thing that we really have to discuss too. And I think that'll be our
What, the fraud?
the scammers that are online. I saw a movie. Felicia Rashad was in the movie.
Yes.
And she took all her money and she killed herself. What?
Yeah.
Literally, that movie was powerful.
Oh, dang.
But you know
Spoilers.
I don't remember the name of it because the white guy, he's the action hero.
he sure
Not
is.
Jason. Not Jason.
Yes, it is.
Was
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
Yes,
Exactly.
It was a really
Goodness
good movie.
gracious.
It was
Beekeeper.
the beekeeper. That's
The
it.
Beekeeper.
That's it.
Oh, the
And-
Beekeeper's great.
It was a
The
really
Beekeeper's
good
really good.
It's not just a movie though, guys. This
But
is
it's
art
true.
depicting life.
Exactly.
Because
Oh,
she was on the phone.
Yep.
This
And
actually happened.
this happens all the time.
Oh wow.
She was on the phone. She got a notification on her computer, and the notification. You ready for your?
Yeah, I got Mariah.
And the
Carey.
notification said that her computer was not operating at its optimal processing speed. So she called the number they provided, and you could see this place where they had
Call centers.
this call
Fake.
center, right?
Yep, the call
Exactly.
centers.
It was a
Yep.
real call center, but they were
They
were
scamming out
faking.
there. Yep, the scam
Exactly,
centers.
Angela.
Yeah.
And so then she put in her password, and they had access to a
Yep.
fund that she was managing. It was $2 million. They
Dang.
took all of her savings, which added up to another $1 million, $3 million, and of course it weighed on her because she was trusted
Yeah.
to manage this fund. She killed herself, and then the storyline continues.
Oh, the story continues after
yeah.
that.
Oh, this
I
was
thought
this
was
was
the
up front.
yeah.
No, this was I would
This
never
was
give
like
her.
the first 10 minutes to
Yes.
15 minutes of this movie.
Yes.
Yeah. It,
Oh,
it
yeah,
sets
yeah,
everything
yeah.
off.
I'm
It
gonna
does.
watch that
It's
tonight.
It was
I'm gonna
really
watch that
good.
tonight. It was
Really,
I really
really
like that
good.
movie.
But I want everybody to watch
You
it
said two?
because when
2
you hear
minutes?
these scammers, when they call you, they sound authentic and they're real. Bad part about it is who was backing them will surprise you.
I almost got by
Me
like,
too.
there was like some like receipts from Best Buy or something. I was like, I never bought any of this. I called them. They're like, yeah, like download this app. I'm like, what are you talking about? No, and then I knew there was a scammer. And they're
Well,
saying
someone
download this
constantly
app.
says-
On the elderly.
Yes.
Yep.
They
Yeah.
want you to download stuff.
That's
call
exactly what they were
something,
saying. Get an app.
And as soon as
that
they download it, they can get
go into your
access to
phone.
your phone,
Yep.
to your computer, because this was her desktop.
That's super scary.
Well,
Man,
they're
they're good.
good, but they pick their
The
prey
receipts look
intentionally.
official. They says bestbuy.com at the bottom of the email. It's official. They're
You
good.
call them, they got the
Oh,
email
they
ladies
say,
online.
yep, they say, hey, this is Best Buy. How can I help you?
With the whole accent and
Crazy.
everything.
Hey, Paris,
Crazy.
Patel.
Man,
They good,
Yeah.
man. They good.
I felt
So-
really
so
stupid
you know
after.
what?
I felt really stupid. I was
Yeah.
like, how did I even get this far?
The best. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
We good. 50 seconds.
All right.
They got me with the PlayStation for my
Yep.
when the PlayStation 5 came out.
Yep.
I was trying to get one for my son for Christmas.
Oh, man. They probably have a field
Overly
day around
aggressive,
Christmas too.
And, they got me. Luckily, PayPal sent me my money back.
Mhm.
Good.
So that's the thing. How do you remedy that?
30.
You pay with credit cards that will honor fraud reimbursement.
True.
Then you also are vigilant about these scammers.
Yeah,
So that's why it's up to us
educate
to
yourself
educate.
too, yeah.
Exactly. It's up to us to really put that on your forefront. Like that should be in your frontal lobe
Absolutely.
at all times.
I think you kind of have to fall though to understand though too. Like I wouldn't have that when I got, that was the best thing for me. Now that I know every one of those
Yeah.
receipts fake.
Another thing is when you travel abroad, your banks will they'll mirror your bank, and you'll think it's your bank, and then they'll get your money.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Adam filling in for Marcel Action Jackson. So what's going on today is Mariah Carey was struck with 2 family tragedies on the same day.
Isn't that awful?
First, I don't know about it yet. So I'm first reading this now.
Oh, wow.
For superstar singer Mariah Carey, the end of the year usually is her busiest period as she heads out on the road and makes multiple TV appearances during the holiday season. However, this year that time will be filled with sadness. According to People, over the weekend, the Grammy winner's mother, Patricia, and sister Allison passed away on the same day.
On the same day.
My heart is broken that I've lost my mother this past weekend, Carey said in a statement. Sadly, in a tragic turn of events, my sister lost her life in the same day. I feel blessed that I was able to spend the last week with my mom before she passed. I appreciate everyone's love and support and respect for my privacy during this impossible time. In her 2020 memoir, The Meaning of Mariah Carey, she described the relationship as a prickly rope of pride, pain, shame, gratitude, jealousy, admiration, and disappointment. She added, a complicated love tethers my heart to my mother's. She even dedicated the book to her mother, writing, and to Pat, my mother, who through it all, I do believe actually did the best she could. I will love you the best I can always. So through her mother, she and her mother went through a whole rainbow of emotions in their life together. Things with her sister seemed to be even more complicated. In the book she wrote, it was emotionally and physically safer for me not to have any contact with Allison and her brother Morgan. According to Today, her memoir allegations that her older sister abused Mariah when they were younger. She accused Allison of burning her with boiling tea and drugging her with Valium when she was 12. Jeez. My sister drugged me with Valium, offered me a pinky nail full of cocaine, inflicted me with third-degree burns, and tried to sell me out to a pimp, the actress-singer wrote in the book. In response, Allison threatened to sue Mariah for $1.25 million over the abuse accusations, saying the intentional infliction of immense emotional distress caused by the defendant's heartless, vicious, vindictive, despicable, and totally unnecessary public humiliation of the defendants already found profoundly damaging to her older sister. The Vision of Love singer is currently scheduled to kick off her annual Christmas tour in November. So much of Mariah Carey's ups and downs have played out in the public eye. Let's hope she and her children are given the privacy and time they deserve to grieve as a family. And I think that's what they deserve.
Yeah, our prayers are definitely going out for her. Believers, definitely keep her in your prayer. I know that a lot of times when we envision celebrities that we never knew, never know, and maybe never will get to know, but we still have a connection to them.
That was wild.
Yeah, that's wild.
Oh, man.
But, I think that when you have one successful person in your family that's widely successful, like Mariah Carey, like the Beyonce of your family,
resentment?
It does.
It does.
It definitely does. Because it's like, okay, how did you do that? You like
her sister had every other choice.
When I was on my way up, you didn't see the stairs. I left them there for you. You just climb up.
Exactly.
I mean, like literally.
Her and her sister, I assume, were in the same, environment growing up. She had every other chance that Mariah had to be successful.
But maybe she didn't have, and I don't know, but maybe she didn't have the same kind of
just raw
talent. Yeah.
Raw talent.
But you know what? When you do have someone in your family that has those kinds of resources, then it's easier for you to tap into them so that they can make your dreams come true.
Absolutely.
As opposed to being adversarial.
Yeah.
But now a mother-daughter relationship is very difficult at times. You got those double female hormones.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? Loss is loss, no matter what.
Absolutely.
I don't care what happened during the time that you were alive. To permanently lose the closest people in your family nucleus is devastating on the same day.
Well, I think it's just whatever she just said. It was very poetic. A complicated love tethers my heart to my mother's. I thought that was beautiful.
Yeah, that's. Well, I mean, she's a lyricist.
Yeah,
she's off the chain.
She do the best. She do it.
Yeah. Her and Jay-Z, literally. But there's no laughing matter when you have a loss now. But you know what? As believers, we know that the earth's loss is heaven's gain. So irrespective of what and where her mother ends up in the aftermath. I'm sure that everybody thinks that there's some redeeming quality about their loved one that has gotten or skirted them into the pearly gates. And hopefully that's the case. But in the meantime, believers, we are begging you to keep her and her family in her
And
prayers.
y'all are the best prayer warriors in the world.
Absolutely, you are. But you know what? The best is yet to come this hour. And we want you to keep it locked, y'all, right here on Inspiration 1390. Man, that's crazy. Hey, Christy.
She like her sister.
Clearly.
At 12?
No, I don't think she was glad that she passed away. But I mean, if you give somebody
Uppers and downers at 12 is crazy.
please, you better come on with it.
You said sibling stuff?
Happy birthday, Donna. Happy birthday to your twin. You guys wish my nieces happy birthday, Donna and Dana.
They was wilding, you know.
You made it today. Yes, you know, you've been busy.
What's the age difference when you're
Hey, Ray, underscore official. It's official like a whistle.
Do you have younger siblings?
Yeah, I got sisters.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. COVID's on the rise. If we had to shut down, what would you do? Would you go inside? Would you stay outside?
I mean, I was getting
What would you do?
10
Put
years
your
old.
comments in the thread. What'd you say?
My first cigarette at 10 years old.
You had your first cigarette at 10 years old? Me too. And then my uncle said, my uncle gave me a whole pack of cigarettes, made me go up under the porch, smoke the whole pack. I never touched another cigarette. First of all, I don't understand how anybody,
Oh yeah, definitely.
smoke cigarettes.
I'm Polish, man. With that vodka, 2 fingers.
That movie is impactful, right?
The movie with the girl whose mama went missing.
That was like a tradition, bro.
Yeah, bro, that was at the family party. You're right.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
My favorite thing to do is watch
That
movies.
makes
I can come from my
that
house,
sounds exactly
from
like
a
my
series,
growing
go
up,
to
too.
the movie theater and watch movies, go back to my house and watch another series.
She
Until I
was
fall
crying
asleep,
at the
fully
party. You
watch.
gotta put her to bed.
You wish, oh, wait, you wish you knew the Tammy, the kid? I bet she did. Oh, yeah, I did everything bad. Seriously, I was really a bad.
We got 30 seconds.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, I stay ready, so I gotta get ready. Wait, watch me fumble the words.
Hands. Winner.
We got 10.
Winner. Come on. There we go.
Hi there, it's Wynona Redmond, and it's time for Community Chatter by Win-Win Communications.
It is Tell Me Something Good Tuesday, and you rocking with the brunch bunch, and we got some good news and some good news messengers to give it to you. You know, Tuesday is always the day that we bring Win-Win Communications in with Wynona. Sitting in for her today is Rashonda Hall from Social Pearls.
I'm so happy to be back.
Oh,
in
yes,
the
we're
studio
happy.
with you.
We're happy to see you because you always brighten up the studio. And this orange is giving, honey.
I'm trying to give life today. I'm trying to give some life.
Go Bears,
You
go
got
Bears.
No.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Go Bears, go Bears,
Go
go
Bears.
Bears.
And Caleb is giving us something to smile about. So.
Oh,
you know
man.
what? You always bring the sunshine. So, as the founder and president of Social Pearls, a digital marketing consulting agency working independently since 2017, Rashonda is a veteran digital strategist and marketing consultant supporting agencies and clients of all sizes. You brought a friend with you today.
I did. I have the luxury, pleasure, privilege of working with Wynona for a long time. She's a friend and a mentor. And I am able to really serve her clients as a social media strategist for them. But Win-Win has a ton of great talent within the organization, all sheltered under Wynona. And Angela Faison is one of those people.
Hello.
It is. It's so awesome to reconnect with you, Angela, because you are a powerhouse in and of your own right. You are a Black Woman Expo panelist. You were on the DNC panel, Congressman Davis's Back to School Parade you were involved with, and Who's Who in Black Chicago.
Yes, we have so much to talk about today. Do we have enough time? Are you sure?
We're gonna make
Right.
the time
There's
work.
so much going on that we're doing over at Win-Win. We're really excited.
So, Rashonda, let us know what is going on. Like I see this plethora of events coming up and all these wonderful things, resourcing it out. So let's talk to the people.
Absolutely. Now I don't want to spend too much time talking about the past, so that we can get to the future because
That's
there's
what I'm
so
talking
much going on. But this summer, Chicago's really had a chance to be elevated. I mean, we're always the news, we're always newsmakers, but from NABJ that was here and held their conference and broke news, made news, put us, kicked it off, put us on this national stage. We were really able to, step into that with a longtime client, Chase, who, help them really, really have a good footing and really do some great programming around small businesses and small business resources.
And how they're fitting in the National Black Business Awareness Month.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. August being national. Yeah, absolutely. And then, what we know is that journalists, like everyone else, they want multiple streams of income. So that was something that we were able to do at the convention. And that was just, really well done. They broke records, most well-attended conference ever. I think they ended up somewhere around 4,400 journalists.
Don't nobody do it like Chicago.
We don't. Everybody want to be here.
I think the NABJ event was a perfect start off to the whole DNC convention.
Doesn't it feel like
it was a perfect roll off.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It was excellent. It was just well done, and we really, really enjoyed that. And so, moving forward, right after that, you go from that. We went from that to Black Women's Expo.
Yep.
Right, that was that weekend. I mean, that was a busy. We went from July and we said hello August. We took the door down coming into August.
We sure did. And the Black Women's Expo was so phenomenal. There were so many women there at McCormick Place. And Win-Win hosted 2 panels. We were so excited to bring these health and wellness experts to the women at the expo. The first was the caregiving circle that we have. Many people know that Wynona has a foundation that's called the Dear Me Circle because a lot of us, and we were kind of talking about it during the break too, in terms of taking care of our loved ones. Yeah. Even if you're part of that sandwich generation where you've got your parents and you're taking care of your kids, you got to find time to take care of yourself as well. And,
most important, can't pour out of an empty cup.
And women, we don't pour enough into ourselves. And so we hosted a wonderful panel to really explain to women why it's important to take care of yourselves. And in addition to that, we had a second panel, which was Ask the Doctors, because we also know that mental health is critically important at this particular time. We've got so many things coming at us from left and right, and it's important that we take our time to understand the importance of mental health. So those panels were really, really exciting for the Black Women's Expo.
Wouldn't it be nice if it was just coming at us from left and right? Because it's coming at us left, right, up, down, around.
All around, every moment. We're so tied in and plugged in that we are getting these oversensory overloads that we really have to step back and take care of our mental health and understand that it's okay to take a break every now and then so that you can recharge.
And do you think it's even more so now than it has been in the past?
Oh, most definitely, because literally, as I said, we are connected 24/7. If you choose to, you could literally have blinking screens constantly, be it from your iPad, from your phone, from your television. And we've got to learn to cut the cord, or at least give yourself 30 minutes where you are not influenced by all of those other sources.
Go read a book. Go read a book.
Balance it out. Manageable.
Balance it out.
Clubs are so important, and they're making a resurgence. Earlier, we were talking about, what happens if the pandemic came back and what you did during the pandemic. So many people then picked up books again.
Absolutely.
And I'm hearing that more and more people are continuing with that trend. That definitely helps educate your mind and sort of calms you down as well.
Yeah, there's lots of ways that you can do self-care, and it's important. I mean, particularly for our caregivers that are, doing these things. That's why I really love the work that Dear Me Care Circle is looking to do, because it's really providing for the providers, and it's not the only way that we sort of gotten involved with, right? Dear Me Care Circle works closely with I Am That Woman Movement. That's got a big conference coming up later this year, and it's talking about feeding into yourself. So we can talk about that too. I mean, there's just, you've got to figure out a way to make some time to do that. And we've got, from the panel to Twyler, these are all powerful people that are sharing powerful messages, and those people are who's who in Black Chicago, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah. So the conference that she's speaking about is the I Am That Woman movement. It is founded by Twyler Jenkins, and it is a conference that occurs every year. This October, it'll be October 6th through the 2nd, and it will be held in St. Thomas with a day trip to St. John. And sorry, no offense to the fellas in the room. It's just for the women. It's just for the women of color, for us to come together and reconnect and really pour into each other, again, on that theme of health and wellness and taking care of ourselves. We spend so much time taking care of everybody else. We've got to pause and take care of ourselves. And there's some phenomenal speakers, and we'll be there for the 4 days, 5 nights. And it's really a great opportunity to reconnect with yourself and also connect with phenomenal other women with like-minded views. So
And
it's really
Twyla
very
does an
exciting.
amazing job at this conference, and to have it offshore.
Mm.
You know, when
Absolutely.
you disconnect in Indiana, it's a little bit different than when you disconnect in St.
Well,
Thomas.
You're so
Right.
right. You are so right. You are so
It's
right.
just a little bit different. So
Well, I'm speaking
how
for
can-
me and Jarrell. Y'all can't stop us from buying a plane ticket. We can join
No,
you.
but they can stop you at the door from getting
Right,
in.
right.
Now, unless you dress up with a dress.
Okay. No, we
Because
good.
This is the 5th year that she's done the conference.
Yeah.
And some of the men or the significant others
Mhm.
have asked to come. So this year they are welcome, but you can't come to any of the sessions. You guys can go play golf or basketball.
Oh,
or
yeah.
just, you
Do
know,
what men do.
do what
Do
we
what they
do,
do.
and
Yes,
let us
yes,
do
you
what
do.
we do, and we'll have a good
I
time.
love that.
So we're gonna have all of the information for the
Yes.
conference on our social media platforms so that you can connect. And for women, I love the way you said these are resources provided for the providers, because that's the Porian concept.
yeah.
And we too often neglect
Mhm.
ourselves. But you cannot do for others until you are strengthening yourself. So talking about strengthening yourself, now the UNCF walk is coming up.
Yes,
And
yes,
that's
yes,
coming
yes.
up a little bit sooner than the conference. So
Yeah.
it might be like the Black Expo with the prelude to the DNC. So
Absolutely.
this walk might be the prelude to the conference.
Yeah, I think
So
that's,
let's talk
yeah.
about it.
Yeah, I think that's so. I mean, UNCF has been doing great things for now. This year represents their 41st walk, but the organization has been around 80 years. 80 years, UNCF has been making a difference, making education, making a college education possible for folks through scholarships and support in many other ways as well. And so this year they will have their 41st annual walk. And it is on September 7th. You can still register now by visiting uncf.org/Chicago Walk, where you can sign up a team, you can walk, you can do the fun run, you can bike, you can skate. I mean, you can just get moving. I mean,
Corporate
right.
walking, honey. Yes, I'm
That's
here for it.
There's a whole bunch of options, and for many, many years, there was this very healthy, competitive spirit where you called out the Greek organizations. I want to see my sorors out there. I want to see Divine Nine standing up. Lord knows where Divine Nine is also something that's had an elevated appearance. Thanks to
yes.
So that is something that happens, and so people can certainly get engaged with that. And we're in that time of year where everybody's thinking about that, right? We're in back to school season, but whether you are getting little ones ready, for the first day of kindergarten, the first day of 8th grade, they're, or you're getting ready to shepherd off students who are going to college. We're in that season where we're focused on education, and you'll find a lot of that at this event at UNCF. They're doing Education Row again this year. And so that's going to be a row where you can get access to a lot of resources, information about scholarships, things that families need to support, because we know that when we need wraparound support when we're sending these kids to school. Sometimes it's not just issues about, getting the tuition paid, but it's, how do I get books paid? How do I make sure I can eat? How do I get my hair done? I mean, there's all of these layers of help that the students need. And so UNCF will have this education where people can learn more about that. Now, if you're not at the college level, right, we love that. We want you to register for the walk. We'll put that information there out again. You should follow Win-Win Communications and Wynona's channel so you can see a lot of this information. And of course, we'll be sharing it with you guys as well. But even if you're ahead of that, you can do, you should know that there are resources. Danny Davis is doing an event coming up this weekend.
Coming Saturday, as a matter of fact. And who better to provide wraparound resources than Congressman Danny Davis? We need to give him a
Yes.
applause.
He's one of my favorite superheroes.
Oh my God, he's done so much for the state of Illinois and the whole area that he serves under the 7th District. This Saturday, he's having his annual back to school parade and picnic.
Nice.
So he's inviting everyone to come out and enjoy them. The picnic will be, as I said, this Saturday, August 31st from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's going to kick off at Bloomingdale and Central. They'll have a lot of the resources that Rashonda was talking about in terms of, understanding your vaccinations, because a lot of people don't think about that from a perspective of going back to school, not from the COVID. I know a lot of people understand that, but when it's time for your kids to go back to school, you need to make sure that they are up to date on all their vaccinations and making sure that their vision has been checked, making sure that they have all the documentations that they need.
They're
to get
hearing a
vaccinated.
lot of those unchecked
Yes.
vitals are impacting negative education results.
You're exactly right. Because if a young person is telling you that they can't see something on the board, that's important. When they're not able to see the chalkboard, that's where you've got to get your vision checked. And to your point, you also have to get your hearing checked because those two go hand in hand. In order to have successful learning, you need to have that. And then he's going to have some resources for the parents too, in terms of childcare, because we know that's very important. It's great that the kids are going out to school now. But what happens between like that 4 and 7 period when some parents are still at school, some parents are still at work and can't pick up their kids. So he's going to have some resources around childcare and just also in general resources about all of the schools that are within the district that parents can learn to help their kids.
So Chicago, we got a lot of stuff going on. And when we come back, we're going to outline this in order so that you don't have to even worry about the date. All you got to do is plug it into your calendar, make sure you show up. Take advantage of these resources and let's get it, y'all. It's Inspiration 1390. You will win.
Woo!
Okay.
That's a lot going on.
Last one.
So if you guys don't mind, because there's so many amazing things.
You want to get it
Put
back.
just do the bullet points so that, and then what we will do is put it on our social media so we'll have that supportive post so that people can actually. Yep. So do the first one, then
Chronological.
in order of how they are going to.
Chronologically.
Yeah, chronologically. Thank you.
Yes.
Hey, B-Love. Thank you so much.
Next song,
B-Love is,
Optimistic.
they love you, Adam. B-Love sending you play. Hey, staying in your lane. What's up, Bettina? Hey, Tina. Bettina and Tina are two different people.
Tina
Oh,
Hammond.
Tina Hammond and Bettina Everett.
Tina twins.
The Tina twins. That's what we call the Tanyas. Like in Premiere, we got the
Tanya,
Tanyas, the Tanyas. So the Tinas are in the building. Hey guys. Oh, thank you. I'm wonderful. But listen, guys, if we had to do a government shutdown for COVID, it's on the rise. What would you do? Put it in the thread. Busy, busy, busy. Busy is good. Busy is good. Wynona's not here, but she's got 2 powerhouses in her stead. You guys, what's up, Glamour? We got so many amazing things going on in Chicago that's going to do what?
How quickly you eat that plate?
Benefit
yesterday?
you, your children,
How
your
quickly you
family.
eat that plate
Make sure you
yesterday?
write these things down, or make sure you
Yeah.
go on our front bunch page. When you go on there,
Smack that.
like us. We promise to love you back. What's up, Coach?
Amazing.
Coach RJ has joined us. Appreciate
He gave
you.
it the chef's kiss.
What's good, Glamour?
I told my girl we gotta go there.
Go where?
Junebug Cafe.
Junebug?
The place that had food yesterday.
Oh,
They
yesterday.
had food you hear
That
yesterday?
food was
It's
amazing.
So good.
Y'all always get good food.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, all of the black vendors and stuff that showed up for GNC.
Oh yeah.
The food.
Sip and savor.
Yes,
Shit,
they were. They give us coffee in the hall.
They did some refreshers too that were amazing. Amazing.
Yeah,
Okay.
they
9.5 minutes.
Shauna Mitchell's ice cream.
Yep.
Did some stuff. Now sugar bacon is all over the place.
I didn't even see some Stephanie there.
No, but product from around the
Oh,
place.
probably.
Were there food vendors at the United Center too?
No, like
No.
the sweets.
Oh, there were in the suites.
How they did like a Guinness.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
20 seconds.
Nice.
I think that the orchestrators of all of the summer events that have gone on, from the MABJ to the Black Women's Expo to the GNC, it was amazing.
They've been busy.
Yes.
It's been back to back to back though.
Yes.
They've been busy.
And no complaints. And if they were protesters.
The union, the union's making a killing. this summer. The Union, we're probably making a killing.
One.
At all these events.
You already know who it is, and you already know what we came to do, and that is to level you up. Of course, it is Community Chatter, and we got two powerhouses with a powerful lineup. Let's get to it, y'all. In order of occurrence, what's going on in Chicago?
Well, first thing you need to know is this Saturday. This Saturday, August 31st, Congressman Danny Davis of the 7th District will be hosting his annual back-to-school picnic and parade. And so that's going to be from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Bloomingdale and Central is the jump-off spot. So make sure you come on out, bring your picnic basket, and have a great time with your family as you learn about all the great things for back to school. This is always a wonderful time of the year, and Congressman Davis and his team do a phenomenal job every year with this parade and picnic. And so then after that, we're going to roll into September because we cannot believe it. September literally is next month, y'all. I mean, can you believe that?
Next week.
Next week.
Next week.
I did say next month.
But you're right on both ends.
Hey, it's next month too.
It's next month and next week because this Saturday is the 31st. So right. So we've got the UNCF walk that's going to be kicking off. And as Rashonda said earlier, this is the 41st year for the walk.
How did y'all find a group of people to walk 41 years? I'm just saying.
We walk
Every year. It's one of the most successful walks in the city, believe it or not, because people, one, they understand the importance of education because that's what this is all about. It is really about helping out those students who are attending historically Black colleges and universities. It's about education, and everyone appreciates that. So they're able to really pull together people from the sororities that we talked about before. Alumni groups come out, and they kind of have a little competitive nature there in terms of who's going to have the
Friendly
most people
competitions.
walking. Friendly competition.
You know the
can
AKs are
walk.
going to win, though. I'm just saying.
Come on now, y'all make sure we don't make us lie.
I'm neutral here. I want everybody.
Okay,
in it.
Switzerland.
I want everybody in it to have a great time. So that's going to kick off on Saturday, September 7th, and it's always at the 39th Street Beach. It's such a wonderful walk because you walk north and you get to see the city and the high rises. I mean, the skyline that Chicago has is the best in the world.
I agree.
Nobody can beat that. Truly.
You know, New Yorkers try to claim that.
Crazy.
Get out of here,
Crazy.
NYC.
Crazy.
They can't. Our skyline with
I'm
our
walking
lake,
here.
it's the best. It really is. So that's going to kick off at 8 a.m. in the morning. So you know it's going to be a beautiful day when you can see that beautiful skyline out there and be able to take that walk with everyone. And then from there, we go into October. And that's when we have the wonderful event for Who's Who in Black Chicago. This is a phenomenal opportunity for everyone to be able to nominate African-American leaders throughout the city. This is actually going to be a rebirth, if you will. The publication hasn't been produced in 14 years.
Oh, wow.
Wynona Redmond is the associate publisher this year. So
Nice.
we're very excited for her, and she's just excited to be able to share this resource for everyone, for them to learn about who's who in Chicago, specifically with our African-American community. So people will have an opportunity to nominate African-American leaders. They can go to who'swhoinblack.com/Chicago, and you can nominate someone. And we typically would like to have someone in the managerial level leadership position because this book is talking about all the executives and leadership within the African-American community. And so you'll have an opportunity to nominate someone. It's very easy. All you have to do is submit a photo and a 150-word bio.
Okay.
Nominated. But it's going to really have an opportunity to showcase a lot of our living legends. We've got 4 living legends that I can't tease you just yet. When maybe if you invite me back, I'll come back and tell you who the 4
You're invited.
are. 4 living legends. We're going to have a whole section on power couples in Chicago.
Oh, nice.
And hint, it might be something that you have over there in that color scheme, but I'm not saying.
I think I know.
I like
I think
that.
I know. I think I know. I think
I
I know. I think I know. Maybe Olympics.
I mentioned 11 legends. I didn't say that. I just said we've got some power couples. And then we also have about 10 to 15 game changers.
Okay.
So those are people who are really making a difference here in Chicago over the last few years, who are really helping us to bring Chicago together to be a much better city for all of us involved. So
Beautiful.
it's going to be a phenomenal opportunity for people to share information. We're going to have the book reveal launch on October 24th. That's going to be at the DuSable Museum. So we'll have some information coming out soon about tickets. Everyone can come and participate, but it's going to be a lot of fun. We're really looking forward to being able to showcase this wonderful talent that we have here in Chicago.
This is amazing. So just to go back for the the October Who's Who in Black Chicago. That's October. Is there a date set for that?
Yes, that's October 24th is the event itself, the reveal that will take place at DuSable Museum. And you have until September 10th to actually nominate someone.
Yeah, so we want to get those nominations in. We want to hear who are the pastors we need to know, the business leaders, actually talking
The
about
politicians,
the entrepreneurs, the government leaders,
And
the teachers, the community actors. We want to know who are the future leaders that that everyone across the city needs to know.
So what's the criteria for nominating? Is there an age criteria? Is there a baseline age criteria? Is there a cap on the age? I mean,
there's
tell
no
us a
cap
little
on the
bit.
age because, as I said, we do have the living legends, so those have been already identified. But we've got a section that's 40 under 40, so you'll have an opportunity to nominate someone who's under 40 who's doing some phenomenal work. You've got community organizations that can be nominated. We'll have a section on government and politics that will also feature the very phenomenal people who helped bring the DNC here to Chicago. So you're going to see a lot about that as well. So
I got 4 people I want to nominate right now.
Right now.
So tell us the nomination handle again.
The nomination is who'swhoinblack.com/Chicago.
Oh my God. Listen, this is a great opportunity to really get those unsung heroes on the forefront so that you can see who's doing the work that you didn't know was done on your behalf.
Exactly.
You guys are doing some amazing things. The first amazing thing that you did was come here and tell us about your amazing things that you're doing. I want you to come back.
Thank you. We're so
This
happy
is
to
a
be here.
wonderful lineup. Like, Chicago is really on the map now, y'all.
yeah,
We've had
absolutely.
Second City Blues forever. However, that's over.
That's over.
That's over. So you guys got the lineup. We're gonna put it on our social media handles. First is the parade. All of that is going down this Saturday. The UNCF walk, and that is really going to be great because I need to walk. But
Come out and
I
join
should
us.
come out. You're exactly right. October is still a month to remember, but you have to participate in order to remember it correctly. Thank you, Angela, and thank you, Rashonda.
Thank you,
You
thank
know
you.
what? Thank you so much, Wynona.
Yes.
Because not for her, if it not be for her, we would not have you.
Absolutely.
So we always want to encourage you as we bounce up out of here, y'all, because we are out of time, but we are not out of content, and we are not out of events. No, we are flourishing in events this year.
Back to back.
We always want to encourage you to keep Love 24 alive. Tell someone that you don't know, a perfect stranger, that you love them, and show someone that you do know how much you love them. If you got nothing out of the Mariah Carey story, it is how precious life is, and you never know when it's going to flee. Lead with love, land on love. I love you, Adam.
I love you, Tammy.
Believers, we love you. Baby Eminem, we love you too. Speaking of Baby Eminem, Marcel will be back.
Clock's ticking. Clock's ticking.
The clock is a ticking. Up next is AC Grader. Right after that is Pastor Patterson on the drive home. We do it all night long right here on Inspiration 1390. Y'all stay optimistic. You guys, I hope you saw that line up. It was fun. You guys are amazing. I hope you saw that lineup. Let me tell you something. You don't get these two in a room unless that room is lit. They lit it up. So thank you so much for tuning in. You could have been anywhere you chose to be with us. Hopefully you'll choose to be with one or all of these events that are coming up. Go to the handles, go to our social media, and get all of the contact information so that you can be in the place that's going to change your space. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace and hair grease.
All right. My birthday is Monday.
What?